So we're involved in a different type of back to school, and it's more in relation to the parents than the kids. So what we find recently is a lot of moms have either chosen to be stay-at-home moms and raise their children, or they've had some time off to kind of hang out with their children over the summer break, and they are looking now what to do or what are they going to fill their time with come September when their kids are either just starting kindergarten or returning to another grade. And a few of them are thinking to themselves, hey, maybe back to school for me isn't such a bad idea either.
So tell us a bit about what your school offers in that regard.
Sure. Well, MaKami College has been open since 2001. We're a private vocational college. Currently, our main program is a 3,000-hour advanced clinical massage therapy program. And so what we offer is a very flexible schedule. It's a very student-focused program in relation to helping people achieve their educational goals. We feel like massage therapy is such an up-and-coming healthcare profession in Alberta and even in Canada. It's a very flexible work schedule that you can decide what you want to do in regards to setting your own hours. So if you are a mom, it gives you lots of opportunity to do things like go on children's field trips and things at school if you really want to, or be able to pick up your kids after school or drop them off yourself. And you can either be an entrepreneur or you can work for another company, but all massage therapists tend to be very self-motivated, self-driven, and they set their own hours around their lifestyle and their family.
Is that the bulk of the students that attend your college, moms and dads?
Yeah, the bulk of the students that attend our college is anyone basically from the age of 17 years of age to, we have some people that are 56 and even 60, believe it or not. The majority of our students are actually looking for a second career. So there's very few kind of 18 to 19 years olds, and there's very few kind of on the older edge. Most of them are in about the range of 35 to 45, I would say. And the majority of them are parents. So it's either a lot of single moms, it's a lot of moms that are married but are looking, to do something with their career now that their kids are a little bit older. There's a lot of dads as well. I would say it's about a quarter males to three-quarters females for the general kind of population of our program.
Give us a little bit of background as to why you wanted to start this college.
So the inspiration behind MaKami College was actually a dream that I had to help people achieve their educational goals in a positive learning environment. Being an immigrant myself, I came from former Yugoslavia when I was about 7 years old. My parents were both quite young in their early 20s with two children, and none of us spoke any English. So their credentials here just really weren't worth anything, even though they went to university back home. So between taking care of a young family, doing odd jobs during the day, they were also attending everything from ESL classes to attempting to educate themselves further. My mom, on one hand, ended up becoming a licensed practical nurse, a massage therapist, a holistic practitioner, and even went into adult education later on. But that took her a significant amount of effort, and along the way, I really felt like people weren't making it easier on her. It was actually quite difficult to do so. And I couldn't understand because I always thought to myself it would be a win-win situation to educate parents because generationally it really affects the kids and the grandkids and even our economy. So, in my thought, I was only 21 years at the time that I was thinking this, is why wouldn't somebody want to help people of this nature who are motivated, who are driven, who are hardworking, that want to improve their lives and create financial security for their families?
And so what has the response been like?
The response has been amazing in regards to what our college offers. So it is such a loving and supportive environment. The students really feel like we care about them. They're never just a number, they're an actual name for us. We provide students with free ESL classes, free tutoring, flexible schedules in taking their program. We really focus on networking and business support and attaining clients before they even graduate from school. We teach them how to do all sorts of things. It's one thing to be a great massage therapist, but if you don't know how to get clients, you won't be doing it for very long. So there's a lot of important aspects in relation to the program of any training that you're going to do and how you're going to be successful once you graduate. We also have a lifetime alumni support system. So if a student has graduated and they're looking for a different job, 5 years down the road or even 10 years down the road, they want to start their own company, they can come back to MaKami and we will help them with that.
What would be your one piece of advice to parents who are in that situation, let's say stay-at-home moms or dads who are now, their children are at a point, they're at school, or in many cases, the parents simply have to go back to work for financial reasons. What would be your one piece of advice into how to reintegrate into today's workforce?
The one piece of advice that I would give parents to reintegrate into the workforce is to pick something that they absolutely love to do and that it works with their lifestyle. Definitely do your research. I had a lady come to me and she was an engineer and she's been a stay-at-home mom for the last 5 years with her son. And that child is now going into kindergarten and she's kind of like, I really don't know what to do. Engineering is something that I wanted to do a long time ago and it's not even something I'm interested in anymore. So she came to me and actually took the massage therapy program because she loved the idea that she could have a home-based business, that she could be there for her son to make him breakfast, pick him up from school. She could, schedule clients around his field trips and events. And she actually just adores the program, is very successful, and has become an entrepreneur. As a mom or as a parent, it's always a struggle to juggle. Being around kids too much, you feel like you want to have a little bit of, time to speak to actual adults about adult conversation. And being at work, you end up missing your children and feeling like you're not around for them when they're growing up. So it's always a juggle and a balance type situation. Massage therapy for me is kind of like the perfect solution in that regards because you can set your own hours, you can decide when and what time you want to work and how many clients you want to take on. And you can take days off whenever you want. That's an engineering career for her was just not offering the same kind of positive things for their family at the time. So it worked really well for her, and I think it works well for others also.
Okay. One last question,
Sure.
Maria, but okay. There we go. Let me ask you, have there ever been requests or have you ever had discussions around adding more programs to your college?
Absolutely. We are actually in the stages of adding 5 new additional programs. We have been approved to add a culinary assistant program. We are going to be adding a live-in caregiver program, early childhood developer, medical receptionist, legal aid, and a couple of others that are in the works. So the one that we are starting with right away is the culinary assistant program, and the rest are scheduled anywhere between 2 to 5 years to launch in both our Edmonton and Calgary campuses. We want to apply the same type of support that we have with our massage therapy program and the ESL classes and the free tutoring and all the additional things that we do with the other programs that we plan to add shortly. And I think it's going to be just amazing to give people some more selection and opportunity to choose different careers. MaKami only focuses on curriculums that are currently in demand. As a private college, we must be able to prove job placement rates within the current Canadian economy. If we cannot do that, then those programs become obsolete, right? So our programs are specifically focused on the current need in Alberta and in Canada, and we make sure that they're very, very high in demand. We make sure that the graduates have plenty of job opportunities, and we assist them with job placements.
What is the placement rate?
Our last year placement rate was in the high 90s, so we are actually allowed to advertise from every year. We have to do a report for the government. So last year our graduation rate was about 91%. So we have a really excellent graduation rate because we have so many support programs along the way. And our job placement rate was 97%, which allows us to advertise for last year about 100% job placement rate. Typically what happens is some students will just choose to maybe get higher education and go elsewhere, but we really do believe in supporting our students. So if somebody is struggling, not sure where to do, we provide them with resume workshops, we provide them with job interview skills, and we also call employers directly and help place our students. So there's a whole support network, we call it the SAS team, which is the Student Advisory Services team that's provided to the students for free to help them make some really important life decisions even upon graduation so they can be successful.
For those parents or individuals that will watch this interview and perhaps don't live in Edmonton or Calgary, what would you suggest that they use as a starting point if they're looking to get back into the workforce this fall?
So being an entrepreneur myself, whenever I talk to, we kind of sponsor some events like Junior Achievement here in Calgary, and I always talk to high school girls about this. And I say, what is it, if you had a choice, Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday, whatever it is, what is it that you would love to do that you could get paid for, right? And I kind of work backwards from there. Think about how would you like to spend your week? What would you like to be doing? I have a perfect example. I have a friend that once joked with me and said, I want to be on a beach drinking a margarita, writing something. and she's a travel blog writer, and she's very successful, and she makes lots of money. So start with your passion, and then work back to how you can turn that passion into a career, and then do your research. I mean, Google is a great thing to go on and search different career opportunities, different educational facilities that provide those things in career training that you need to get to that point. And the other thing that's really important is search to see if that career is currently in demand and how many job opportunities are available from it. And then just start. I mean, the biggest thing I think that prevents people from moving forward is a fear. Fear of maybe not succeeding in this area, fear that they're too old, or that type of thing to start again. And that's so true. More and more we're finding people in Canada choosing to re-educate themselves later on in life. Some young understand where your life will take you. So it's important to reevaluate from time to time and see, am I happy doing this? Would I be happier doing something else? And what works for my current family situation?
Wonderful advice. Marija, thank you so much for your time today.
No problem. Thank you.